What up, peoples? It's your man RTP Skull Gang in the building. You already know what it is. On my way to work. But first, give me something to grub on. Just so I can have something in my stomach while I'm at work. Hopefully doing nothing at work. What up, P Nash? Chilling, man. Chilling like a villain. I'm about to grab me something to eat and go to work. I haven't smoked in like 2 weeks, I think. Been trying to clear my system up so I could start job hunting again. This job I got now just doesn't give me enough hours. Plus, I've been hearing rumors about another company trying to take business away from them. So if they succeed, that means there's even less hours. So good thing I already stopped smoking. So like I said, I'm just waiting for my system to clean up. Take a Walmart test, make sure I pass the Walmart test, and then I can start searching for a job and another job, and I'm trying to get one of those jobs where you drive with the diesel fuel tanks, and then you like basically refuel gas stations. I'm trying to get one of those jobs. It pay pretty good. I probably won't have the schedule I would like, but it'll pay pretty good. And in Vegas, this really doesn't matter what schedule you have to be 100% honest. You know this, you know this, P Nash. It really don't matter. Like, it's not like California where you gotta have Saturday, Sunday off, because if you don't have Saturday, Sunday off, you really can't go to the club. You can't really do anything because everything closes early on the weekdays. That's not Vegas. Vegas, you can have Tuesday, Wednesdays off, and it still feels like the weekend because Vegas is 24 hours. So, So yeah, it really don't. What they doing here? It really don't matter. But yeah, that's where we're going. So, anyways, I decided to come on here, talk to y'all for a little bit, see what y'all going through, man. I've been noticing a lot of things on Twitter, and I just, a lot of questions here and there about Bucks football, even about not even Bucks football, but like other teams and stuff. And I don't know. I just feel like, as far as the Buccaneers drafted and all that, I feel like everything's already done. Like we already know who we should be getting. And it's greedy. Hold on. Let me get order real quick. Let me get number 27 on croissant bread with large regular fries and an orange juice.
Okay, you said 20 or 7?
27.
7 on croissant bread with large fries and what else?
And orange juice.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. I'll have your total. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. So yeah, man. So it's still cold out here, man. Golly. If you look all around, all the mountains, they're all white. Well, except for those over there and those over there. But most of the mountains are white. About to go to the DMV. What you gonna go to the D? Get the same thing too. Class B. I was telling my cousin, man, the best way. Well, if you're gonna get your Class A, then go get your Class A. But because my cousin, like I was telling my cousin about a job to get, I was like, look, the best thing you can do and it's the easiest and the best thing you can do, is get a Class B, and you can get a job. I got a 21-hour job right now that's class that all you really need is a Class B. Like I said, unfortunately I don't make enough hours, but best thing to do, bro, is go to the Clark County School District, try to be a bus driver, and basically you get paid like $15 an hour while you're training, and they help you get your Class B. You could get your Class B and then shoot, Lee, you don't even have to be a bus driver. Just get your Class B. You got paid to get your Class B, and then just go get another job where you can use your Class B. That's just a simple solution to do. But if you're getting your Class A, obviously your Class A is way better than Class B, and there's a lot more jobs and pays a lot better. So, what up, folks? What up, the man? Oh, you're about to go to the DMV to get your registration done up? Yeah. Going to the one on Decatur, right? Oh no, you probably live on the other side, so yeah, there's a lot of DMVs. Anyways, so yeah, man, I think we get greedy. I said this before, man. I already went through all that. It's just crazy how I'm watching on Twitter and how like hold on, let me pay for this.
Hi.
Hello.
27 of croissant bread, a white chicken or and an orange juice.
Anyways, hearing a lot of things about Odell, you know, and then you got Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown messed up his market. Don't nobody want to trade for Antonio Brown. Don't nobody really want Antonio Brown, to be honest. You shouldn't want Antonio Brown. Le'Veon Bell think he about to get paid out, which he probably will by some stupid team. Think both of those guys are overrated. I just hope we sign Quan, bro. Obviously keep Gerald. I don't know why people are talking about cutting Gerald, like if we don't have him for 3 more years. But for some reason people are acting like we need money. I don't get it. What do we need money for? What do we really need money for? Like, I don't get it. We don't need money that bad to cut Gerald McCoy. For what? We're already 15 mil under the cap. What else what are we saving all this money? What are we trying to cut people to save money for? If we really desperately need money, we can cut Deshaun Jackson. We can cut what you call it? We can cut Mitch. We can cut Bo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. There's plenty we can cut and get money. So I don't know why people are acting like it's a must. Like, we're really desperate for money, so we. Oh shit. Yeah. But yeah, people, it's hot. People here acting, Puerto Rican. People here acting like we really somehow need to come up with some money. I don't know where that's coming from, but like I was saying, man, we just need to we just need to sign Quan, and then we just need to sign Quan, and then start your goal, and then go to worry about the draft. That's it. Everybody else is already on contract. Deshaun Jackson. Everybody acting like Deshaun Jackson is gone already. He might be gone. I'm not saying he isn't gonna be gone, but people are acting like he's already gone. Like we're not bringing Deshaun Jackson back. Like, it's already a wrap. Like, we're not bringing Deshaun Jackson back. When in reality, we got that nigga for another year. So if Bruce Arians says, fuck what you talking about, you playing for me next year. Not saying that he'll play full throttle, because even when he wanted to be here, he wasn't playing full throttle. But what I'm saying is, nigga don't got a choice. He ain't no free agent. Like, this nigga can't just go to anybody he wants. He ain't no free agent. He's still our wide receiver until we say otherwise. So, and it's funny because these reporters are really talking to these people on Twitter and basically feeding that energy like if that's the situation, and it's not the situation. So I don't know, man. What time? I should probably just chill, not drive. Yeah, I'll just chill while I eat. I was gonna drive and eat, but there's no point. Just relax and eat. Nah, not some of them. I would say most of them are dumb. But I don't know if you can see the smoke. It's just smoking. But it's not their fault. And there was another thing I wanted to do. Like, I don't know. It's really not their fault. Like, I used to get mad. But I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? It's not their fault, bro. Like, that's... Like, they don't know better. I don't know. But what is it? Why is it that I've been wondering, like, why is it that my channel don't get any play, but all these other people, these reporters and all these other people, they're getting play? Like, that don't make no... Like, I'm 90% right about my team. Not talk again. I hate when people bring this up. I'm not talking about the record for my team. I'm talking about the moves. The moves that my team makes. I'm always right about that shit. How many times have you seen me come on here and been like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And then it actually happens. Never. I never come on here like, this is not going to happen. Trust me, it's not going to happen. And then, oh, shit, it happened. That never happens. I've never came on here and said, oh, the coach is not going to get fired. And then they got fired. Like, I think the only time someone ever got fired and was out of the blue was basically Lovie Smith. But every time I was done with a coach or done with a player, that person was gone the next time. I said Deshaun Jackson was gone. And the only reason why I said now he's not gone is because our new coach talks like he wants him. So okay. He might have a chance to stay. But I just don't get it. It's like people rather be lied to than told. Well, I guess that's human nature, right? People rather be lied to and hear what they want than be told the truth. I guess that's always been a thing. Whatever. I just want to get the day over with. It's probably going to be a short day. I just want to get the day over with and come home, jump on my NBA 2K. I played yesterday, and I finally played on the park. I haven't played in the park in a while. My guy was balling. My guy was balling. Whole bunch of 49er fans are looking like hoes. They're on Twitter thinking they're going to get everybody in the world. They want Antonio Brown. They want Odell Beckham. They want Le'Veon Bell. They have no sense of building a team. Like, 49er fans have no sense of building a team. Which is not that big of a deal because a lot of people don't. The only time a fan base looks like they know what they're talking about building a team, or looks like they're conscious about building a team, I should say, is when they secretly want to get rid of somebody. A la Buck fans. You got Buck fans over here talking about saving money, getting Gerald McCoy. I mean, cutting Gerald McCoy, saving money. And them same people still talking about getting Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell. That's stupid. I told you the top 3 smartest things we can draft at one for our first round pick. Defensive end, corner, offensive lineman. Shoot. Even a defensive tackle if we let go of Gerald McCoy, if we cut Gerald McCoy. And I still think it would be smarter to draft a running back, number 5 overall, than to sign Le'Veon Bell. That would be so retarded and stupid. And I know that's not going to happen. But for some reason, I just brought it up because for some reason there's people out there that actually think we should sign Le'Veon Bell. This is retarded. So what's up with y'all, man? Then you got, is it me? Or does it seem like Falcon fans are just gone? Like, I remember when I first was on YouTube and doing like the TTC and all that stuff. I remember like the main fan base I used to go at all the time. And the main fan base that used to talk shit all the time were Falcon fans. Now they're just gone. Like, and like they don't know what they're doing with their team. They don't know what they should. They don't know what they got. They don't know what they should have. They have, like, Falcon fans are completely lost when it comes to their team. They don't know what direction they're going. They don't know what they're trying to do. They don't even know what they should be trying to do. Falcon fans are just completely lost, bro. It's another fan base I've been right about. They're even talking about losing their best defensive player. Grady Jarrett. They're talking about losing their best defensive player. Two things I can see. Us getting Grady Jarrett if we cut Gerald McCoy. I can see that happening. And one thing I really think is going to happen is Adam Humphries going to the Falcons if they cut Sanu. I see that happening. If the Falcons cut Sanu, I can see Adam Humphries going to the Falcons. Why? Adam Humphries is a dirt cutter guy. They cut Sanu, leaving an outside position open, giving that outside position to who? Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is going to be dirt cutters and the Falcons. Deshaun Jackson, Julio Jones, the Mike Evans, and Adam Humphries is their Adam Humphries. I can definitely see that happening. Obviously, everybody can see Adam Humphries going to the Patriots as well, but because that's a Patriot type of guy. But I can also see Dirk trying to bring him over there. Also, we're gonna start moving right now. I was seeing this thing. I hate the Bucks coverage, media coverage, and article writers and all that crap, whatever, journalists, whatever you want to call it. Because they come with the dumbest stuff, right? Sometimes I click on it just because I'm like, what are these idiots talking about now? One thing I saw was an article about Dirk Cutter, and I'm pretty sure you guys saw this. An article about Dirk Cutter and how him and Matt Ryan have really good communication, and how that was lacking with him and Jameis. Because Jameis doesn't tell him what he likes and what he doesn't like, and like what he thinks is gonna work and what is not gonna work. And Matt Ryan does. Matt Ryan tells Dirk Cutter, "Oh, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't like this in the game plan, or I'm not good at doing this in the game plan, blah, blah, blah." I'm finished drinking this. All right, let's rock and roll. All right. So, anyways, Dirk Cutter was talking about how Matt Ryan tells him this, and how the communication with him and Matt is strong. Communication with him and Matt Ryan is better, and blah 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 blah, and this and that. And then I'm like, okay, let's make myself mad, because I'm gonna be upset. Let's read the little replies on the bottom of the article. And of course, bashing Jameis Winston. Oh, Jameis needs to communicate with the coach, this and this and that. Jameis needs to learn how to communicate more if he's gonna be good in the NFL, blah blah blah. This is his last season, blah 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 blah. All kind of Jameis hater stuff. There was a few that were actually smart comments, like why is the coaching having to like depend so much on the player's feedback? If you're the coach, you're the coach. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Or if Jameis is not communicating well, that it's up to the coaching staff to find out what Jameis can do better, what Jameis is good at, what Jameis is not good at, stuff like that. If Jameis is not communicating with you. Now, this is the truth, which is not, if you know your players. Now, I understand if you don't know how to pick up vibes and how to, because it's I really think it's a talent that I have. Knowing how to pick up vibes and how to feel out what someone's saying, if it's subliminal, if it's not subliminal, if they accidentally said it, if they didn't want to say it, if they said it not knowing what it was going to cause, or if they said something knowing the kind of commotion it was going to cause, if they were trying to make something out of that, if they wasn't. I'm just really good at picking up vibes and picking up signs and clues and stuff like that. I'm really good at that. So I understand if other people don't do that, or are not able to do that, because I really think it's a talent. But you have to, there has to, if you really a fanatic like I am, and you really just watch your team all the time, and you really watch everything like I do, I watch all press conferences, I watch all kind of stuff. If you really like that, you should be able to know what kind of players you have, okay? It should be very easy to know what kind of players you have. Jameis is not the kind of the problem isn't Jameis can't communicate. It's what I think I'm good at or what I'm not good at. Jameis doesn't have a problem communicating that, because anybody can know that, or it's easy to communicate. All you gotta say, I don't like it, I like it, blah blah blah. That's not what it was. What it is Jameis doesn't feel a need to say any of that. Jameis is not the type of player that says, first of all, Jameis is young as shit. You got to understand that. Jameis is not a veteran. Yeah, he's got 4 years, but he's not a veteran. The guy is still young. He's 25 years old, okay? That's one. He doesn't see a coach as we're equal, like a lot of veteran quarterbacks in the NFL. They see a coach like a coaching staff like we're equal. Like, I can give you my feedback, we'll bounce back ideas, blah 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 blah. Jameis doesn't see coaching staffs like that. Jameis don't see them like that because he's so young. He still sees them like he's playing pee-wee football. He still sees them as coach is right. Whatever coach says, I'm gonna do. It's very simple. Whatever coach says, I'm gonna do. There's no need to back talk to the coach. There's no need to, you can show your emotion and show what you want. Man, we should be doing this or da 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 da. We could during the game type, because he's very emotional during the game, but in the coaching film, in practice, Jameis is like all ears. Yes, coach. Okay, coach said this. Let's go. During the game, it's a different situation. Because he got the adrenaline going, and he loses his conscious, or he loses his, I don't know, common sense of it's all emotion. you know. But in practice, before the game, all that, it's yes sir, no, it's yes sir, yes sir, because he's a player and they're the coach, and he's always gonna have that mindset. I'm the player, you coach, and I'll play. You're the coach. I do what you say. Period. And that's Jameis's attitude, and it's always gonna. Well, I don't know if it's always gonna be his attitude. Maybe when he's older, he's in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Then he'll get the okay. I know what to do. I know that all coaches in the NFL don't know what they're talking about. Once he realizes that not all coaches know what they're talking about, and sometimes there's coaches that are over their heads, and sometimes you got to help the coach you. Once he realizes that, then he'll be able to do stuff like that. Right now, he's too young for that. Right now, anything Dirk Cutter says, he's going to say, okay, and go do it. And that's one thing. The other thing is, there is nothing that Jameis Winston doesn't think he can do, period. There really isn't. There isn't anything in football that Jameis can't do. And that's the difference. There's throws that Matt Ryan cannot make. There isn't a throw that Jameis Winston cannot make. And not only that, there definitely isn't a throw that Jameis Winston doesn't think he can make in the NFL. So that's the difference. That's the big difference. Matt Ryan, there's throws that Matt Ryan can't make in the NFL because he doesn't have the arm like Jameis Winston. And Jameis Winston knows he can throw everything on the field. Like, there's not a throw he can't make. So there isn't a play or isn't a throw that Jameis is gonna say, you know what, coach? I don't think this is gonna work out. I don't think this is gonna be good. Jameis is like, what do you got for me? Okay, you think this? You're the coach. You said it'll work. Let's do it. I'm gonna make it happen. That's the difference. So people are making it seem like, oh, Jameis needs to learn how to communicate. That's not what it is. Has nothing to do with communication. It's that whatever it is that the coaches want Jameis to do, Jameis is like, okay with it. Okay, I trust you. You're my coach. I'm the player. You tell me what to do, I execute it. And there isn't anything in the playbook that Jameis doesn't think he can execute. He can't execute. He thinks anything, and you've heard it in his interviews and everything. Anything that is being called on the field, Jameis thinks will work. Period. It will work. He has that mindset. Whatever it is, whatever play it called, it'll work. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Now, audibling is different. If we have to stay with this play, it'll work. But the smarter play is this. And he'll audible. And Jameis audibles all the time. We already know. Jameis has been audibling since his sophomore year. So the audibling, he's always done that. And if you ask Ali Marpet, what does Ali Marpet say? It seems like almost every time Jameis audibles, he's right. So we have no problem with him audibling or anything like that, or what he's seeing on the field. But that's the big difference. That's really the big difference, man. That's really the big difference. Is that Jameis doesn't see a play that he can do. Now, Bruce Arians is coming in here, and Bruce Arians is going to have to. Bruce Arians already knows the kind of kid he is, because that's the thing. Bruce Arians has said, like, oh, I haven't seen him since he was a kid, but he's still that same person. You know what I'm saying? He's still that same person. He still has the same drive. He still has the same enthusiasm. He still has the same hunger. He's still the same person as he was as a kid. You know what I'm saying? He's still immature. He's a little bit more mature, but he's still immature. And I think Bruce Arians is gonna realize that real early, and it's gonna have to be like, okay, since you think you can do everything, I'm just gonna have to pick out what you do best, which is what a coach is supposed to do. That's what a real head coach is supposed to do. A real head coach is not supposed to say, can you do everything? And then the player says, yeah, I could do everything. And then the coach says, okay, let's see if it's true. You said you could do it. That's not what a real head coach is supposed to do. A real head coach is supposed to say, no, you can't. Let's do this and let's do that because those are your best assets. That's what a real head coach is supposed to do. Like, and I'm not saying you have to do that with Jameis. I'm just saying, like, if that situation was a problem, then you should have been a real head coach and found out your damn self what Jameis was good at or what wasn't working. You had 3 years. No, you had 4 years with Jameis. You had 4 years with Jameis and you didn't know what would work with what's his best stuff and what's not his best stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are things that I pick up. I see a regular fan don't pick up things like that. A regular fan doesn't pick up. A regular fan reads that article and says, "Oh, see, that was a problem. Jameis wasn't communicating." A real fan is gonna pick that up and say, "Wait a minute. You made that a thing. You did an interview and made sure to make it a thing talking about communication with your quarterback. You've had this quarterback, Jameis Winston, since he came in the league. You had him for 4 years, and you're telling me you yourself didn't know what Jameis did good or what he didn't do good? You yourself in 4 years in your own offense, not nobody else's offense, your own offense, okay? You didn't know what was working and what wasn't working? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, how did you not know? Like, why would you need Jameis to tell you? You already know Jameis thinks he can do everything, make every throw, and make every play be something. Why do you think he's always scrambling? Why do you think he's always extending plays? And they're always saying, oh, you know, you need to learn when to just throw it away and when the play is just over. You need to learn when the play is over. He doesn't do that. Why? Because he thinks every play will work. He thinks every play you can do something with it. So obviously you should know that already. So as a head coach, if you know your quarterback has that type of mentality, why wouldn't you, not even why wouldn't you, but how do you not already know, you being the head coach, okay? The offense being your offense has been ran for 3 and 4 years. How do you not already know what Jameis is good at doing in your offense, or what Jameis is not good at doing in your offense? What Jameis is comfortable doing in your offense, or what Jameis is not comfortable doing in your offense? What kind of plays are gonna work on Sundays, or what kind of plays? He's like, Matt Ryan would tell me, I don't think these plays are gonna work. Why do you need a quarterback to tell you what plays are or are not going to work on Sunday? Do you not watch film on whatever it is you was doing and seeing what defenses are doing to your off? And these are things that confuse me, because I'm not gonna sit here and act like Dirk Cutter is the worst coach in the NFL, because he's not. Okay, he's not. There are coaches that are way worse than Dirk Cutter. And my thing is, it almost seems like a lot of coaches don't really watch film and don't do this and don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just things you would think coaches do. Just things you would automatically think coaches do to try to get their team to be better the next week. You know what I'm saying? You would think that coaches would actually do that already. And there's things that I think, like, it's like, I don't know who it was that asked me that, but someone said, are coaches dumb in the NFL? Like, are they stupid? Like, do they not know about certain things? And it's like, I really think a lot of them are. Like, I really think a lot of coaches in the NFL don't, just like a lot of players in the NFL. You would think you're a player in the NFL, you watch film, right? Of course. You're a player in the NFL, you get paid to play in the NFL. Of course you go home and you watch film. Of course you do. A lot of players don't do that. A lot of players don't do that. And you would think that a lot of players do automatically. A lot of players don't, which is crazy. And it's the same thing with coaches. A lot of coaches don't really watch their shit like that. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't know, man. Like, I just thought that was like telling. You know, I thought it was very telling. But I thought it was dumb how a lot of fans received that interview. because a lot of people looked at that interview like that was Jameis's fault, and in reality, that interview shows that was really the coach's fault. I don't understand why a coach would need a player to tell you why something wouldn't work on a Sunday, or why it hasn't been working on a Sunday. Why would you need a player to tell you that? Now, a player telling you what he's comfortable with, okay? A player telling you what he's comfortable with makes sense to me. If you're not the coach that started coaching him, if you're an offensive coordinator that came in and is like, okay, so what do you do? What do you like doing? What is, you know what I'm saying? If you have a quarterback that's already been successful and now you're the new offensive coordinator, like Dirk Cutter was when he first joined the Falcons, you know, Dirk Cutter was not the first coach that Matt Ryan had. So Dirk Cutter comes in and says, what do you like to do? What are you good at? What do you like doing? I understand that, but to expect that from a rookie quarterback who's never been in the league before, who you're his first coach, why would he tell you about your offense? That don't make no type of sense. Oh, I like doing this, or I think this is going to work and this is not going to work. And why? And again, I understand if you're saying, okay, but RTP, they don't know, you know, okay, Dirk Cutter needs 2 years to find out what Jameis Winston is good at doing in his offense. Still, now after 2 years, why do you need Jameis to tell you? You can't watch film and tell? You can't tell what Jameis is good at doing in your offense? You can't watch film and can tell what is working in your offense or what's not working in your offense? Like, how do you not know? Like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. And there's always something like that with a coach, man. There's always, that's the one thing that I've noticed, which is why I get so mad at people that watch Bill Belichick, because they'll say things like, Bill Belichick is such a genius, he decided to double team Gronk, he decided to double team whatever the other team's best player was. That was so genius. And I'm thinking in my mind, how is that genius? Wouldn't anybody in their right mind say, well, this team, the only player this team has is this player, so let's double team him, take him out of the game? Like, that's like Belichick's bread and butter. Like, that's what Belichick is known for. Belichick is known for taking whatever it is you do best and taking that away from you and saying beat us without doing what you guys do best. Why isn't that everybody's idea? You know what I'm saying? Why is that a Belichick genius idea? Why isn't that everybody's idea? Well, they do this the best. Let's see what they do when we take that away from them. Why doesn't everybody think like that? Like that, I get so upset when I hear the things that they talk about Belichick being a genius about. It's like, yo, it makes you feel like maybe coaches are stupid in the NFL. Maybe a lot of these coaches are dumb. A lot of these coaches are dumb in the NFL. That one dude, the defensive back coach for Dallas, did he end up getting a job? That defensive back coach that I wanted, if we didn't get Bruce Arians, I wanted the defensive back coach from Cowboys. I can't remember what his name is now. Something Richard or Richards. Something Richards. I watched the video, and the way that he coaches these football players up, it was like I had to learn that coaches aren't like that. Like, you think that every coach is a position coach, talks to their players like that because they're a position coach. That's your job. Show them the right things to do in the position. Whatever position it is, this is how you go about it. Look back. Don't hold, but be aggressive. Turn around. Read the route. Like, these are things shouldn't every coach, but they don't. Not every position coach teaches their players like this. I don't understand it. I thought that was coaching 101. As a position coach, your job is to show that player how to play that position properly. But yet we still have corners that don't turn their heads around. You know what I'm saying? Like that's to me, that's crazy. But I've had to learn during the years and years of YouTube of being wrong about certain things, about certain players, certain coaches, that this is like that's not the ordinary. That's not the ordinary. It's the ordinary is to not coach people up. Like it's weird. It's weird. But anyways, I don't even know how I got all the way to the subject. But basically, man, that's the only time I read people's articles or these Buck Writers articles is where I'm like, okay, what are they talking about now? And I feel like I have to go in there, I have to read the article, and I have to go in there and see what people are taking from this article, because if they're taking it the wrong way, I gotta come on here and correct it. Show you how you should be taking this article and how, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta correct it. Let's see what time it is. So I don't know, man. It's just sad. It's just sad, man. Anyways, as far as our coaching staff and stuff, man, I really feel very good about our coaching staff, and it's for one reason. The things they said, Todd Bowles. There was only really one coach, and I was kind of like, I don't know about him. And that is who was that? Was it the O-line coach? I think it was the O-line coach. I think it was the O-line coach. He just seemed like he was focused more on his career than his task and what we're asking him to do. Like, he was talking about Byron Leftwich on how, you know, he told him, oh man, you can have the offensive coordinating job. Like, if he had a choice in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had some type of power into taking it over or something, like he seemed like he was low-key salty about it. There was just some vibes that I was picking up where he didn't feel like everybody else. But everybody else, there was, you know, I don't care about the coaching job. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do these with the players. We're going to have them ready. We're going to have them prepared. Every coach says that. I don't care about any of that talk. But the things that really made me like, I really like this coaching staff is two things. One, they talked about how much they love their head coach, Bruce Arians. This coaching staff seems as close as this locker room. This locker room, I think our locker room is one of the closest locker rooms in the NFL, period. It is one of the closest locker rooms in the NFL, period. It's one thing I love about our locker room. The one thing I love about the players that we draft, that Jason Light, you can tell Jason Light's making sure whoever we draft, they have to fit. Whoever we draft, whoever we bring in the locker room, they have to fit in this locker room. The only time we get players that might not fit in the locker room is from free agency. Anybody that we draft fits in that locker room. which could be exactly why we didn't go after Derwin James. Maybe Derwin James, I can see, and I've said this before we didn't get Derwin James, I said the only thing that worries Derwin James is reality, being in this locker room. Derwin James coming in and being like, this is my defense now. When Quan is that guy. And that's what I was way before the draft started, before the draft was coming. I said that's the only thing. I said I love Derwin James. I think we get him at safety. He'll be perfect for us. This and this and that. The only thing that I'm worried about when it comes to Derwin James is his attitude coming into this locker room, and that could very well be the reason why we didn't get Derwin James. Not to say that his attitude is a bad attitude. It's just the fact of how his attitude will fit in our locker room. You know what I'm saying? And I think Jason Light really did a he's been doing a good job of what kind of people he's gonna bring into the locker room when he's drafting. He's taken a chance as far as free agents, but that's about it. But our locker room is very, very close. It's definitely, a lot of people talk about family this and family that. Every locker room talk about brotherhood and family this and family that. But I'll tell you this, our locker room really is like that. Our locker room really is like that. They're really close. Everybody is close, but everybody has someone that they're like really close. And the way you can tell is even people that have left, like Adrian Claiborne, Michael Bennett, Mark Barron, they all stay talking to each other. Like they're always gonna be close. They're always gonna be close. And that's just the way it is. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I feel like Gerald McCoy. If it was another coaching staff, I would be worried about signing Quan Alexander. I would be worried about letting go of Gerald McCoy. But because of the locker room that we have, that we're all family, and then the coaching staff that we have, and they talk about family. And once again, you could tell in that coaching staff that when they talk about family, you could tell they really are family. And the way that, and I've never seen a coaching staff jump the way they jump for Bruce Arians. How it's like, yo, come to us here. Come with me over here. Oh, I'm there. I got you. I'm there. And the way that they talk about Bruce Arians, I love the way that everybody talks about Bruce Arians. Like you could tell it's real deal Holyfield. Like the loyalty is real. And there's a reason for that. Not just, and that's the other thing. It's not just, oh, the coaches are all close-knit coaches. No, the players that those coaches coached are in love with the coaches. Every coach that Bruce Arians brought into their locker room, his players talk big and still have mad respect for, and once again, jump when they say jump. And again, is another reason why I think we have a real shot at getting Tyrann Mathieu. Because I feel like it's like if Bruce Arians says, yo, we want you here, Tyrann is not going to hesitate. If Todd Bowles says, Tyrann, we need you here, Tyrann is not going to hesitate and say, you know what, but I'm trying to, no problem, coach. I'm there. I got you. You guys were there for me. I'm there for you. I got you. I'm there. And I really think we have a really legit shot at getting Tyrann Mathieu if that's in our coaches' plans. Our coaches might have another plan. They might be thinking draft, whatever. But if that's in our coaches' plans and our coaches go out there and ask for him, I don't think there's any doubt in my mind we get him. Because the players, they love these coaches. Like it's when they say family, it's for reals. Even Carson Palmer, like it's for reals. Like they say family, it's for reals. And that coaching staff with this locker room is perfect. And I think when the coaching staff is like talking about family, and they go into that locker room and they see that this locker room's like family, and they're like, yo, we can't get rid of Quan. Quan's the backbone of this family. The coaches have to be like, okay, we understand that. We know what you mean by family. We understand when you say family, there's a difference between family and letting that get in the way of business and business. And I think our locker room knows that. And I think our coaching staff knows when they talk to our locker room that our locker room knows that. We're not just saying family because we know Quan and we want him to. No, we're saying family because, one, he is family, and two, he's the backbone of this defense. We are better. If the locker room says we are better with Quan on the field, the coaching staff has to listen to them and say, okay, you guys know you're better with Quan on the field. We're going to have to sign him. I don't think that, and these are the reasons why I'm like really sure that we're gonna keep re-sign Quan. Let me sign in. All right, I just clocked in at work. Oh, I'm just waiting for this guy to show up. Go in this truck, take off, and do what we gotta do. Anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, those are those. So we basically went full circle on the Dirk Cutter situation, our new coaching staff, and why I think our coaching staffs are going to make the moves I think we're going to make because of the way our locker room is and the way our coaching staff is. Now, like I said, I really feel like we're going to sign Kawhi. If there was a shocker, it would probably be the Gerald McCoy situation. I think there's a chance that could be a real situation, the Gerald McCoy, us cutting Gerald McCoy. I think it's a chance that it could be a real situation. I think it would be a dumb one, which is why I don't think, because as far as the business-wise, is something that can be real, is what I'm saying. But as far as a coaching staff, like, as far as a football move, you know what I'm saying, as a coaching staff making a football move, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to let go of Gerald McCoy. It just doesn't. It doesn't help the team. It's not building the team up. It's taking the team apart. And Bruce Arians doesn't have that type of talk in him or the feel that he's trying to build something. Bruce Arians the whole time was talking like the team is here. Like, I saw this team and said, yo, I want to try with that team. That team that was there, let me try with that team. I want to try with that team. I like the way that team is built. And I don't think that Bruce Arians is going to look at the team and say, okay, let's get rid of him, and let's bring some of these pieces in. The only guys that you can think that Bruce Arians is probably going to be like, okay, move you to the side, we'll get rid of them, are the Dirk Cutter type of guys. Adam Humphries, Peyton Barber, Jacquizz Rodgers, maybe not even Peyton Barber, but Jacquizz Rodgers. Who else? Shoot, I think those are the only Dirk Cutter guys that are even left. I think all the other Dirk Cutter guys, Dirk Cutter already got rid of them. But yeah, that's that, you know. And I don't think that Bruce Arians really came to this team like, oh, we gotta get rid of this, we gotta get rid of this. You know what I'm saying? That's really not gonna happen. Not the main guys, all the backups in the you know, with the depth he might start getting rid of, which is why I already knew Vinny Curry was gone, because we were definitely paying him too much to be a backup guy, because we already know who our starting line is going to be: Carl Nassib, JPP, Gerald McCoy, Vita Vea. So if you're not starting, we're not going to pay. You know what I'm saying? So we already knew Vinny Curry was gone. Mitch is probably going to be gone. Allen is probably going to be gone. Like I said, these are guys that depth guys. You could get rid of them. But any of the starters, no, I don't think there's, besides Brett Grimes. I don't think. Once again, I think this is Bruce Arians can go to the locker room and say, what's your opinion on this? I think a lot of people like Brett Grimes. I just think there's obviously a few bad apples in our locker room, because some people have said it. Jameis, I believe Jameis was one that said it. Who was another one that said it? JPP said it. JPP definitely said it. And what they said was that they have people in the locker room that's about me. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to make sure I'm okay. I don't care about the team. I got to make sure I'm okay. And I think we know, as soon as that interview came out, one of those players was Brett Grimes. You're not paying me money to follow the number one wide receiver. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, we're not paying you money to follow the number one wide receiver that messed up your vibe for the season? That's obviously one guy. Another guy, obviously, Deshaun Jackson. Another guy that it could be, because it doesn't strike me as that type of guy. And when he said it, it didn't strike me as a bad thing. But I have to mention this guy because what JPP said, what Jameis said, literally was kind of the exact words of what this person said, and it was DeMar Dotson, where he said, I'm not worried about the coach. I got to worry about me. I got to worry about me. I got to worry about my job, basically. So DeMar Dotson might be another guy. Fortunately for DeMar Dotson, I don't think that his position is so crucial that we might have to put up with it. But then again, we might not, because Western, I think that's his name, something Western, the backup that backed him up when he was hurt, played pretty damn good. So who knows? That might be a move that we can make happen. Look, what's this guy doing? Let's see what he wants. What's up, man?
I'm working today, huh?
Yeah, waiting for Rod.
Where are you guys working?
P7, I think.
Oh, really? You can't shoot till 2:30, huh?
I don't know when they're gonna shoot. I don't know. We're supposed to meet them there like at 10 though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Rod said to meet him here at 9. It should be 9, right? Yeah, it's 9. So I'm just chilling, waiting.
No, I didn't think you guys were blasting today, and then I seen you roll in. I was like, oh shit.
Why didn't you think we were blasting? Snow?
Well, no, just because I don't know what there is.
Yeah.
There's not a lot going on.
I heard that some people were trying to move in too. Did you hear about that?
Move in.
Like trying to take shots, like another company.
Oh yeah, well we lost Blue Diamond.
Yeah, I heard that.
No more Blue Diamond. That's probably what they're talking about. We went over there yesterday. We moved all the drills down to the bottom, and Adrian's been taking them out. So no more Blue Diamond, which sucks because it was one of our bigger ones out here. Like
right.
When we worked out there, you get a nice chunk of it for blast crew, especially.
Yeah.
You get a nice day out of it, but yeah, I don't know. I think they just got pissed off because of the one day when we had the rain. And everyone showed up, and then we left, and that was last week. And then this week, Monday.
Yeah, but what are we supposed to do about that?
That's what I mean. But he's just a prick. But there's literally 3 drills already there, and we just found out. I just heard about it yesterday.
Right.
So that means he waited for this other company to get in, make sure that you can get in,
and then
told us to get the fuck out of there.
Wow.
Yep, it's pretty fucking crazy, dude. But it was a big job.
Yeah.
I kept, like 3 drillers busy for the most part.
Right.
And then blast crew, however often.
So are we gonna start like having a lot of days off, or?
I don't even know.
Like you didn't even think we were gonna have anything today?
No, because I don't know what they have had drilled because all the weather and stuff like that. Like I just didn't know what they had because we had a shot at PA7 the other day, but they must have finished the one that they were working on when we were there. But yeah, I just didn't know. I mean. I feel like it's gonna get.
Yeah, today's shot's supposed to be small as shit too, though. Yesterday we had 2 small ones, and then today's supposed to be another small one. Yeah.
Yesterday, and that was it.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. So I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here the longest out of anybody else in the blast crew, so I won't necessarily go anywhere. But
yeah,
if they start cutting people, it's gonna be shitty as all hell.
Fuck.
Especially because I'm back in here trying to get my CDL, so
yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't want to have to get backtrack again, back to blast crew.
Right.
So yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I've been living paycheck to paycheck already, so.
I'm telling you, bro, me too. And I'm about to be moving into my place, so I got my taxes in now. I can afford to get into a place, but I'm like, am I gonna be able to afford to
sustain it? Yeah.
You know, it's fucking nerve-wracking, dude, but. I don't have a choice, you know. I mean, I got 2 kids, and we've been living with other people since we moved out here, and it's been almost a year. So,
right.
I'm like, I don't give a shit what happens. I gotta get out. I don't know.
That sucks.
We'll find out, but I don't no losing that one. I mean, there's another one supposed to start at the Southern Highlands,
Right.
which is down the street. What's up, Hunter? What's up, Hunter boy? What's up, Hunter? So yeah, if that one starts, I think we'll be all right. Because I heard it's a decent sized job, but it's like Sky Canyon started, boom, it's done. Already.
Sky Canyon's done?
It's close because they're pulling out the big drills already.
Shit.
So they're just using the regular ones now. Oh, Rod's here. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because I don't know.
Yeah, we've already, me and him, been doing the same truck like the last 2 days, so
Yeah.
we haven't even been needing 2 trucks.
You're lucky they even do that because they don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just waiting for them to say something. I'm just like, fuck.